or I'm giving you good advice because you're a very good person. Then towards the end of the journey, she says, oh, I forgot to ask you your name. I forgot to ask you your name. What's your name, young man? So he says, my name is Muhammad. So she scratches her head and she says, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I'm becoming a bit old. My ears a bit, I can't hear properly. Can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear what you said. She says, my name is Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So what did she? She ponders for a while, and she thinks that this person cannot be the person that I've been describing all this journey. He's got a very beautiful character. A beautiful character. So then she accepts Islam. And she says the Shahada, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Just by the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never said anything to her. Never said anything to her. If he was one of us, what would we have done? We would have dropped the load and say, here, goodbye. You can speak bad about me. I'm not carrying your load. Yeah? So this is the beautiful character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This teaches us good character. That we have to be patient when someone is doing something to us. When someone unknowingly is maybe offending us in some way, that we have to be patient. And this patience, inshallah, will give us a virtue. And we'll see the virtue of this. So, this is the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Such beautiful examples in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam of his character. He had beautiful character. In the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says that what will be weighty in the scales of a person. He says many things. He mentions a few things, and amongst them he says good character. Good character is something which will be very weighty in the scales of a person. All we have to do is have good character. What is meant by good character? Good character is when a person meets you, you meet him with a smiling face, with a happy face. When you meet him with a happy face, then sometimes when we meet someone and he's got a smiling face, then it changes our mood. Sometimes we're in a bad mood, sometimes we're sad, we're remembering about other things. And we meet someone who's really happy, someone that's really jolly. We meet him and our mood changes. We become happy again. So meeting someone with a happy face also helps people. It's good character. So that's one part of good character. When we meet someone, we meet with a happy face. And in Hadith, Rasulullah also says that to meet one another with a happy face is sadaqah. Is counted as a sadaqah. So we get reward for this. So this is one thing we have to do. So easy deen is. All we have to do is put a happy face on. And this is part of our deen. That's good character. Another part of good character. To learn to forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Some things happen. We know that. We're humans. Things happen which get us angry. Things happen where we fight with someone. Maybe we quarrel with someone. Things do happen. We get tempered. We get angry. And things do happen. But we should learn to forget and forgive. We don't remember it. We don't say, oh, look, you're that person that got angry on me that day. Now you've come to me today to ask me for some money, to ask me for some debt. I'm not going to give it to you. Or today you've come to me for this. I'm not going to give you it. Yeah, that day you swore at me. Or that day 10 years ago, and you remember the date and day as well. You pull your diary out and you say, look, this day you swore at me. Or this day this happened. This day that happened. We remember things. And we keep it in our hearts. This should not happen. We should wipe our heart clean every night. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he teaches us as well that every night, what should our quality be? That we should make sure that every night we learn to forget everything that happened that day. We say, oh Allah, many things have happened today, but all the people that offended me in any way, I forgive all of them. I forgive everyone. Like this, when a person does this, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves this quality so much that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has the quality, Al-Ghaffar, He is Al-Ghafoor. He is the one who forgives a lot. He doesn't just forgive, but He forgives a lot. He forgives very much. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His quality is Al-Ghafoor, that He forgives a lot. This is His quality. So now when one of His servants tries to adopt the quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he notices that this servant of mine, he's forgiving everything, he's forgiving everyone, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His rahmah comes in power and He comes in josh, and He says that I will forgive this person as well. Because if He can forgive everything, and He can forgive others, then I can forgive him as well. This is how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. So this is what we should try to bring in ourselves. This is part of good character. We should try to forget and forgive. Forgive and forget. No remembering things of the past. Whatever's happened has happened. Let's forget it. That's what we should try to do. And also, another part is an important part, which is to treat others the way you would like to be treated yourself. The way I would like to be treated myself, that is the way I would treat everyone else. If I am treating another brother the way I would like to be treated, he comes to me and he asks for some help, and I would like help if I am asking for someone for help. So that's why when he asks me for help, I will help him. I will try my best to help him. If I can't help him, I direct him towards a person that can help him. If I do this, I treat every single person the way I would like to be treated myself, and the next person does the same thing. He treats everyone like the way he would like to be treated himself, and the next person does the same thing, and every Muslim is doing the same thing. If everyone is doing the same thing, then it will be a very good atmosphere and a very good community amongst us. We'll have a very good character amongst all of us. And we'll notice that the people around us are becoming Muslim. The people around us are looking at the character of the Muslims, and what the people outside portray. They portray wrong images of Muslims, maybe. So this will be wiped away, because they'll notice that, no, my next door neighbor is a Muslim, he's Abdullah. You know, his character's not like this. Every week he gives me a gift. When he makes food, when he makes special food on Friday, he gives me some. He sends some food for me, some curry for me. Every Friday, you know, when it's Eid, then he sends me some sweets. You know, all of this, he's got good character, he's not like this. They're going to notice these things, and they will notice these things. When they notice these things, they'll notice that these people have good character, and then they'll start becoming more interested in our religion. And like this, we are spreading our Islam because of our good character. For example, one hadith in Bukhari, Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayh, he collects in his Sahih one hadith in which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was on a journey, he was on an expedition with the Sahaba. He was on an expedition with the Sahaba, and they were on this journey, on this expedition for quite a few days. Now when they went on this journey, on the way back, obviously when they went on this journey, went for a couple of days, they were sleeping rough on the streets, on the roads, wherever they were sleeping rough, camping out everywhere. Whenever night fell, they slept there. So obviously if you're sleeping like this, you get very tired, especially if it carries on for a couple of days. Not much sleep. So they were getting very tired. On the way back, they were extremely tired. One night they slept, and when they slept, they were so tired, the whole army was so tired that they just slept. And nothing woke them up. Now they have missed their fajr. They're still sleeping. When the sun rises, the Sahabi says that nothing woke us up, only the rays of the sun beaming down on us, because in Arabia we know it's very hot. So only the rays of the sun beaming down on us woke us up. When it got very hot, then suddenly one by one felt really hot and he woke up and he notices that, oh, we've missed Fajr. And then suddenly another one wakes up. Slowly, one by one, Sahaba are waking up. One's waking up, another one's waking up, another one's waking up. Slowly like this, Sahaba are waking up. Then all the Sahaba are waking up, but Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is still asleep. No one wanted to disturb Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his sleep, because as we know, sometimes in the sleep of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam he would receive wahi, he would receive revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He might be talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no one dared to disturb Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his sleep, because he might be talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you don't want to disturb Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this state. So no one wants to wake him up, and everyone's there thinking about how are they going to wake Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam up. How will they wake Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And they're thinking. Then why is that happening? Umar radiallahu anhu wakes up. Umar radiallahu anhu, being a very clever person, what does he say? He looks at the Sahaba and he says, quarreling about how to wake Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he starts reciting the takbir. He says, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and it gets louder and louder and louder, until Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam hears it and he wakes up. So in this way he wakes Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam up. Like an alarm clock, you can say. So he wakes him up, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wakes up, the some Sahaba complain and say, oh, we've missed the Fajr, what's going to happen now? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam takes it easy and says, don't worry, calm down. Nothing's happened yet. We can still pray our Fajr. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he calls for some water. He does wudu. All the Sahaba do wudu. And they perform their Fajr. Then they carry on their journey. After a bit of a journey, some Sahaba start complaining of thirst. They say, we're feeling thirsty. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam can hear these cries from the back. One saying that I'm thirsty, there's no water left. The other one says, after a bit, then another one says, oh, I'm feeling thirsty, there's no water left. And the other one says, I'm feeling thirsty, there's no water left. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam turns around and he says, stop. Everyone sit down here. Everyone camp out here. Then he says, he calls upon two Sahaba, he calls Ali radiallahu anhu and Imran ibn Hussein radiallahu anhu. Calls the two Sahaba and he tells them that you two go look for some water. There's no water left. The people want water, the Sahaba want water. You two go look for some water and bring it for us, and we'll wait here for you two. So they wait, they camp out in that place, and Ali radiallahu anhu and Imran ibn Hussein radiallahu anhu, they go and search for water. Now they've gone, they're looking for water, they're going here and there, they're looking for water, they can't find water. They're looking in the distance, they can't find any water. Walking here and there, they're thinking to themselves, where should we go next? And suddenly they see in the distance someone coming on camelback. Someone coming on a camel, they can see someone in the distance. So they look, and they can see someone coming on a camel. They say, let's wait for this person. We can maybe ask them and they might know. They come close, they notice it's a woman. They ask the woman, and they see that on the camel behind there's a big drum, and that drum has water in it. So they notice that this woman's got water. So they ask her, now where did you get this water from? So she says, if you go back the way I've come, a one day's journey, then you get water there. So then now, Ali radiallahu anhu and Imran ibn Hussein radiallahu anhu, they look at each other and they think that the Sahaba are waiting for us down there. If we go there one day, go get water, come back, one day's journey again, that's 2 days it's going to take 2 days for us to get water, and the Sahaba are dying of thirst right now. We can't wait that long. So Ali radiallahu anhu and Imran ibn Hussein, they say, you come with us. They're going to take the lady to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She says, where are you going to take me? She's a bit worried now. Because before they were just asking for directions. Now they're going to take her